This is my reflection of the new moon tarot spread I did on June 25th. So if you want to follow along, let's go. The Seven of Wands is where am I at right now, or where was I at? And I said that I needed to be a little bit more open to some things and not be so defensive. Now, there are things that I've actually noticed in the last couple of days that I have been a little bit more closed off to. So I think that was probably a little bit more on the nose than I thought originally. And I need to start opening myself up a little bit more because I do have a tendency to work alone a lot. So I think that being more open to things is still something that I need to work on. The Eight of Swords was what is influencing me. Eight of Swords reversed, mental traps, but also it was reversed, so no mental traps. I was trying to be as open as I possibly could to the opportunities that came my way, and I did say yes to a lot of things. I also have noticed that there are events that I did this week over this last couple of weeks that I feel like I did not perform very strongly at, but I'm also not letting it trap me into letting me stop doing what I like doing and just learning from the experience so that I can do better next time. What have I released since the last full moon is still kind of a mystery to me. I like to think of her as a feminine, communicative person who can give bad news with heart, but I still don't really know what I've released. Maybe there's some kind of mental thought or mental way of speaking to myself that I've let go. I have been doing the artist's way, so maybe there is just a little bit of that going on, and like maybe poking myself a little bit. Well, that would be reversed. If it was reversed, it'd be more internal. I do kind of think that maybe I'm able to speak up my mind a little bit more, and just kind of set my own boundaries. I don't know, that could be something. What seeds am I ready to plant was the Three of Wands in reverse, and I did mention that the Three of Wands to me is about seeing results from what I'm putting out into the world. I do think that because this is blocked, delayed, internal, or internal energy kind of a thing, I feel like this is still me planting what I want to put out into the world. That's kind of what I'm getting out of this, is still me deciding and deciphering how I want to be seen and how I want my tarot practice to help other people, or how I hope my tarot practice helps other people. How can I help my intentions grow was the King of Cups in reverse. Still very internal emotions. I had some emotional things that triggered me this last season, or this last cycle, and so I think I'm still learning to regulate my emotions, and that is something that I need to actually still let my emotions speak when they need to speak, and reflect on those and let them actually have space. What can I rely on during this cycle? So I was paying a very much so close attention to my body. I did make more money than I was used to, so that's good. I did overwork myself though too. I realized that I was exhausted. I did so many events and I just didn't have time for even myself to relax. And so I think I overwhelmed myself a little bit. And pages are about learning. And so I needed to learn that. And I think that's what I learned a little bit about my body, my money, and grounding myself, kind of a thing. Now, again, I pulled the card that's at the bottom of the deck, and this is the Justice card. This is about balance, with the scales there. I also still do feel like there is, I don't know, I still do feel like there's some laws that I haven't learned yet, or some rules and regulations. Maybe I'm not quite researched up on those, and so I have in the last couple of days realized that I probably do need to focus a little bit more on rules, balance, and justice, fairness, kind of a thing. I do think that there are seeds of this that I have recently come to light. So overall, I do think that they did say what I needed to learn over the last 2 weeks, but I do think that I was not open enough to their messages at the time of the poll, and the actual realizations of what the cards were telling me didn't come to pass until like the last 3 or 4 days. So I think I'm still learning and adjusting to whatever these cards are trying to tell me. But that's what the full moon cycle is supposed to be about in the next with today's full moon. We'll see what I need to release in order to make these messages a little bit more prominent.